Is everybody watching? Huh? That's the second series in a row against a first-place team that the Yankees have won. Didn't people say that the Yankees weren't going to win? They can't beat good teams. They beat the Astros 2 out of 3, first place. They beat the Blue Jays 2 out of 3, first place. Now they have the Tigers coming in, right? They're now 4-2 in this 12-game stretch. 4-2 are halfway through. Now the next series is up. They took 2 out of 3 from the Tigers, and that's going to be good. Now we're 2 games behind the Blue Jays in the AL East. 2 games. Now, I'll take that. Shout out to everybody in here, by the way. Can you all hear me? I want to make sure you guys can hear me. Let me know in the comments you can hear me. I want to make sure. There we go. Okay. Cool. Now, let's box score this. I'm going to pull this up. I mean, people were not feeling good about Max Fried earlier, but he went 7 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, over 100 pitches, and he got his 16th win. Yeah, sad as I am about my Jets losing a heartbreaker, that was an intense game, really intense game. Was it 34-32? I saw a lot of things I liked from the Jets, so but I'm not surprised that they lost to the Steelers. But the Yankees won. That's most important right now, right? Devin Williams came in. People questioning Boone about why he went to Devin Williams. That's why. Got him. He held him down in the 8th. He held the lead. He got the hold. And David Bednar came in, got the save. 1 inning for both of them. 1 strikeout for Devin Williams, 1 inning, no hits for neither one of them give up a hit. Devin Williams didn't give up a hit, neither did David Bednar. Actually, no, excuse me. They both give up a hit, but that's it. No runs, excuse me. So, now offensively, it was mostly a one-man show. Trent Grisham was 0 for 3. Aaron Judge was 0 for 1, 2 runs, and 3 walks. Of course, people are just walking him like crazy. Cody Bellinger was 2 for 4 with an RBI and a double. Ben Rice 1 for 4 with a 3-run home run. Big bomb right there. That's his 23rd of the season. Rookie Ben Rice. Giancarlo Stanton 0 for 4. Jazz Chisholm 0 for 2. Austin Wells 0 for 3. Anthony Volpe 0 for 3. Ryan McMahon 0 for 3. So the Yankees only got 3 hits in the whole game, but they scored 4 runs. Okay? The hit totals don't always have to be high, but if the hits are timely, that's how you win games, right? That's how you win games. And another win by the Yankees. Now, around the horn, the Dodgers are leading the Orioles 4-2 in the 9th. The Brewers are up 10-2 over the Pirates in the 9th. The White Sox are up 6-4 over the Tigers in the 8th. The Marlins are up 5-3 over the Phillies in the 8th. The Twins are up over the Royals 5-1 in the 8th. The Cardinals are leading the Giants 4-3 in the 7th. Cubs over the Nationals 2-1 in the 8th. Rangers are up 4-1 over the Astros in the 6th. The Padres are up 5-1 over the Rockies in the 4th. No score Athletics Angels, no score Red Sox Diamondbacks. Those games just started. Other completed games, the Reds beat the Mets 3-2. The Guardians beat the Rays 2-1. The Mariners beat the Braves 18-2. Kyle Raleigh hit his 53rd home run. And so that's around the horn. Baseball. Let's pivot really quickly to the NFL before we talk about this. The Buccaneers are up 23-20 over the Falcons right now, 4th quarter with 43 seconds left. The Jaguars are up 20-3 on the Carolina Panthers. Titans are up 3-0 over the Broncos in the 1st. No score 49ers Seahawks. A bunch of games haven't started yet. The Bengals 17-16 over the Browns. These are final games. Colts 33-8 over the Dolphins. The Raiders 20-13 over the Patriots in New England. Wow. And that's the Pete Carroll. He's coaching the Raiders again, so let's go off to a good start. The Cardinals are up. They beat the Saints 20-13. The Jets lost to the Steelers 34-32, but a high-scoring game. The Commanders beat the Giants 21-6. And the Chargers, Jim Harbaugh Chargers beat the Chiefs on Thursday. And the Eagles beat the Cowboys 24-20 as well. on Thursday, and actually the Chargers and Chiefs game was on Friday. So that's across the board. Ace, what's up, buddy? What's up, dude? A lot of hate hitting the Yankees' way, man. But they beat 2 first-place teams now. It took 2 out of 3 from the Astros, took 2 out of 3 from the Blue Jays. That's exactly what they needed to do. Right? They're not getting the love from the fans, that's for sure. This is a good win. This is a good win, right, Ace? Shout out to everybody in the chat, by the way. Hit that like button if you haven't done that yet. Yep. Now we have, the good thing is we're not going to, according to this, we're not going to face Tarek Skubal against the Tigers. So tomorrow's game, actually they're off tomorrow, excuse me. They're off tomorrow. Tuesday's game is at 7:05 p.m. It's going to be, actually the pitching matchups have not been released yet. That's weird. Tuesday. Wednesday. Well, Wednesday's out. I don't know why Tuesday's not out. Casey Mize versus Carlos Rodon on Wednesday. And Thursday, it's going to be Jack Flaherty versus Cam Schlittler. So my guess is going to be Will Warren tomorrow versus one of the Tigers pitchers, but I know it's not going to be Tarek Skubal. So, but again, they win. They won the series. They won the series. I'll take that. I will take that. Little by little, clawing their way up. Now, remember, if they finish the season tied with the Blue Jays own the tiebreaker, so they would win the division if that's the case. So the Yankees have to win the division in order to neutralize that. So if they win the division, they get a better playoff bracket too, a better playoff position. Right now, looks like Beagle have already expanded the roster. September 1st. They brought up well, now it's Austin Slater. They initially brought up JC Escara, but then they optioned him out for Austin Slater, and then they brought up Ryan Yarborough as the other arm. So from what we're hearing, we're not going to see Skubal, but that might change. The lineup, the pitching matchup is not out for some reason on Tuesday. So what did I tell you, Sunil? Did I tell you this? How good I felt about this series? The Yankees were going to be better than people thought, right? They've won 2 out of 3 from 2 first-place teams, 2 series in a row. They've got one more first-place team, the Tigers, coming in town. Right? So we are in this tough stretch right now, and we're playing well in this tough stretch. Right? So, yes, you got that right, Celia. Yes, we did do that. No. Same, Chef Nick. What's going on, man? What's going on, Chef Nick? Yeah, I'm wondering if it's going to be Will Warren. But we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, the Jets, I mean, still too many penalties, but they missed a couple of 2-point conversions, and they missed an extra point as well. So, it is what it is. So they have to come back next week and win. So if we beat the Tigers but lose 2 out of 3 to the Red Sox, I'll be fine with that, because that means they will have gone 7-5. Right? So if there's no Skubal, yeah, the Tigers aren't playing well, so they could essentially be swept. But I'm thinking a series win would be good. I'll take that. I'll take a series win. If we get anything better than that to get a sweep, I'm happy with that too. I'll take it just one series at a time, not getting ahead of myself, right? And I'm hoping that other folks don't get ahead of themselves either. Yeah, NFB's in the building. Well, that's good, man. Yeah, my man Ace in here, NFB's in here from the Strike Zone. Make sure you folks are subscribed to Ace Avenue and the Strike Zone if you haven't done that yet. Gotta support the boys. These guys are family, man. Gotta support the crew. I'm telling you, NFA, we're the fair weather fans. I was told by this guy Mike Friedberg. Remember him in the trolling a couple days ago when the Blue Jays won the first game? Saying, "Oh, the Yankees are gonna get swept by the Blue Jays, guaranteed." And he disappeared. He was nowhere to be found yesterday. He's nowhere to be found today. Where are the trolls? Where are the fair weather fans? Yeah, exactly. I wonder how they're feeling too. This is why we don't give up on the Yankees. This is why we're not fair weather fans. Right? Again, there's still 20 games left. There's no denying that. There's still work to be done. Absolutely. But right now, he picked up. He might. It's 3 games series against the Twins. Yeah, the Yankees have after this stretch, after the Tigers and the Red Sox, then it lightens up a little bit for the Yankees. So they have higher percentage of winning those games, but they still have to win the games. There's no time to be complacent, even against teams that they're beatable. So, I mean, the Orioles just swept the Dodgers. The Orioles just swept the Dodgers. So did the Pirates. The Orioles worse. Excuse me. The Orioles worse people than the Dodgers. They're losing today. But you have all these people that are obsessed with Devin Williams, right? And then Tanner Scott blew 2 saves in a row. $70 million contract, Tanner Scott. He blew it yesterday, and he blew it the day before. He gave up a walk-off home run, and he gave up a walk-off hit last night. 2 games in a row, he blew saves against the Baltimore Orioles. It looks like the Dodgers are going to win today. So the Orioles will win 2 out of 3. Yeah. The Falcons missed a game-time field goal. Unbelievable, Jonathan. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Grant, they walked the Dodgers off twice, the Orioles, man. Yeah. Well, I mean, he had 100 pitches, so Max Fried. Remember, they got to keep him healthy for the rest of the season and the postseason as well. So they're keeping this stuff in mind. And our bullpen is coming through right now. It's coming through. Yeah, exactly. Orioles, the Pirates, and the Marlins, they are beating up the good teams. Yeah. Got that right. We can't rest on the rolls. You got that right. 100%, bro. 100%, Ceylon. This happens. I said this a lot. When the Yankees used to win 100 games in championships, they couldn't beat the Royals, the 100-loss Royals. The Royals were like our kryptonite. You never know. No, exactly. I mean, I don't disagree that Devin Williams, didn't stress us out because he does, but I like when he comes through like that. I like when he gets dudes out. That's why I don't give up and just say, "Oh God, Devin Williams, oh God." Every time you use Devin Williams and he comes through, you're not using some of their other arms. You're giving the other arms a chance to rest a day. And then now they all get a day off tomorrow. They're all going to be fresh on Tuesday against the Tigers. So, yeah, man. Cruz didn't pitch today either. They did Leiter. A bunch of these guys didn't pitch today. Tim Hill, Duvall. So they're going to have a rested bullpen. Yeah, but it's week 1 of NFL too, man. It is week 1 of NFL. So, Matt, I don't know. The division's really close, Wink. It's probably going to come right down to the last week, my guess. I mean, I would say clinch the division is probably going to come right down to the last week. Clinch a playoff spot. I mean, we are a couple games up. Let me see. How many games up are we on the wild card right now? The standings. The Yankees are 2 games ahead of Boston and Seattle for the wild card spot. So that's probably going to come right down to the wire, too. These are the tight division races. The division race and wild card race in the American League. The National League, it's also tight. Yeah, it's also a tight race. At least for the wild card. The division, not so much. Yeah, Rays too, man. Yeah. McMahon, I'm telling you, man. You get what we get with the glove from him. We get 20 home runs with the bats. You get 20 home runs. You get a decent amount of production. I'll take that with stellar defense. I'll take that. Toronto plays O's, Houston, Red Sox, Rays. So they got a lot of AL East teams right there. They got some tough schedules. Yeah. Exactly. 7 innings and 3 runs. That's generally, by Major League Baseball standards, a quality start is defined as 6 innings pitched and giving up no more than 3 runs. He went 7 and gave up 3. So blood pressure is crazy. Well, exactly. That's what I'm hearing too. We don't face Scooble. I mean, the pitching matchups are out Wednesday and Thursday, but it's not out on Tuesday for some reason. I don't know why. But yeah, I mean, he stabilized third base, Ray Miller, and that's what makes it. Now I think the Yankees are probably not going to go over Munetaka Murakami. They're not going to go after him this offseason. There's another big hitting Japanese player too, but you never know. You never know. I know that they're in on Munetaka Murakami, but McMahon makes it harder, and so does Ben Rice at first base. Big Mac apple pie for everybody. I did mine yesterday. The shout out Mazza from Fort Train Express. Yeah. Yes, indeed. That's my for the year. I'll wait a year again to do it. My cheat meal. No. I'm telling you. Hill's getting better. And we'll see if they go 4-man rotation. If they go 4-man, they'll probably have Cam Schlittler in there. But you never know. It could be him or Will Warren in the bullpen. And I'm thinking they're going to have Paul Blackburn as a reliever as well, long relief, as well as Ryan Yarbrough. Yeah, he's serving his country, but they're about to have his family's about to have a baby, so that's why I did that yesterday. Congratulations to him. It was good food, CeeLo. I mean, it wasn't really that spicy either, but I felt a little bit, a little heartburn when I got back. So, but it was good. It was good, CeeLo. They had these scallion pancakes that were to die for. I love scallion pancakes. These are the best I've ever had. Best scallion pancakes. Competitive for the national. What do you mean competitive for the National League? What do you mean by that, people? I mean we're not in that league. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Rice did that next year. 30 plus and 275. He's got a good bat. Yeah, the Orioles walked off on the Dodgers. Looks like the Dodgers are going to win today, but Tanner Scott blew both of the games. Yeah, they broke Yamamoto's no-hitter. He had a no-hitter going in through 8, and then it came to the 9th, and then they walked off on Tanner Scott. So, dude, and Sneal, I'm good now. I flushed everything out, I think. Been fasting. I fasted most of the day yesterday. I haven't really eaten much today, so. But usually, I got to take it easy for a couple days after that. And I ate it in like 2 minutes. I scarfed it down. So, yes, exactly, NFA. They won not because of Boone. Not because of Boone and his decision to bring in Devin Williams in the 8th, Bednar in the 9th. Exactly. People can complain about Devin Williams and Boone and Volpe all they want. The Yankees won the series against the Blue Jays. It was a good game, you've seen. It was a Steelers-Jets was a very good game. I'm not surprised that Steelers won because he's got some weapons now in Rodgers and DK Metcalf, and multiple tight ends. But I like what I saw from the Jets. They're going to be a more dynamic team, more athletic. They're going to run the ball a lot. They're going to be. I'm still sticking my prediction 7-10 for the Jets. Yeah, I mean, it was almost like a magical walk. 2 consecutive walk-ups on the Dodgers from the Orioles. One of them was a home run, and yesterday was a base hit. And this Tanner Scott was a guy that a lot of Yankee fans wanted the Yankees to get. And he signed with the Dodgers for, I think it was 4 years, $72 million, if I remember correctly, $18 million per. So Not sure yet, Wink. I'll try to get to one of those games if I can, but we'll see. I also predicted 7-10 for the Giants too, Eddie. So, I will see, CeeLo. I don't know. We will see. My guess is I would put Caballero in there on Tuesday against the Tigers. Need some athleticism and some speed in there. Yes, they do, Sunil. Yeah, no kidding. He's getting. I think he's getting sentenced soon, isn't he? In court. Saturday, giving us a nice Wink, nice. Giants 5-12. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, last year they were 3-14. I like Dart. I mean, I'm going to give Russell Wilson a little bit of benefit of the doubt, but Jackson Dart, I think, is going to take over at some point as a starter. It was a winnable game today, CeeLo, but oh well. Too many penalties. They still got to cut down on penalties, the Jets. Especially these too many men on the field penalties. They had 2 or 3 of them today. I hate you, Beagle, man. Yeah. It'll be once we get past the Tigers, once we get past the Red Sox, I'll feel a little bit better. The Yankees, but they can't get complacent. Can't rest their laurels. These are the teams they have to beat right now that are over 500. And some of them, these folks we might have to face in the playoffs. So these are the types of teams they have to beat, and if they can beat them now, then I'll feel better about facing them in the postseason. You got to tank for Arch, man. You got to tank for Arch. So, no, we don't need another Manning. You guys need the Manning. Get Arch Manning to the Cowboys and then trade Dak Prescott. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, let's just focus on this next series against the Tigers. Let's win this series, and then we'll go from there. We'll go from there. And that'll be 3 consecutive series, one against first place team in September when it counts, when they need to do this. Gives them momentum heading into the postseason. Springer is homesick and wants to go back to Houston. George Springer, really? Houston, huh? Well, let him go back to Houston. I mean, he's got a couple years left on his deal, doesn't he? Springer? Canning for man. You got to do it, Sunil. You got to get that. You got to make it happen, brother. You got to make it happen, Sunil. Yeah, I saw that Phillies game. The dad caught the ball legitimately, gave it to his son. That lady came over and took it. And the dad actually went, "Here, take the ball and get out of here." And then the Marlins came and they took care of him. They loaded him up with a bunch of goodies as a gesture to his, being classy about it and being a gentleman about it. And then the Phillies, Harrison Bader met the kid and his family after the game, gave him an autographed bat from the team, and so they gave him some other goodies as well. So I'm glad they did that. Classy move by the Phillies, classy move by the Marlins. Yeah, exactly. At least our baseball team won. I know our Jets and Giants lost, but our baseball team won. So, yeah, the Marlins hooked them up. Like, gave them a lot of goodies and say, yeah, it's a classy move, man. It really is. Well, exactly, Sila. I don't buy into the narratives, man. The BS narratives. I really don't. You never know. You never know, Brandon. They could. Yeah, we'll see. The Royals too. I don't think they're far either. I'd probably alternate them Siciliano. It depends on I would go pitch strictly pitching matchups, but I would not. I would play Caballero a fair amount. I would play Rosario a fair amount. We need that energy and that type of play when the games count. Yeah, exactly. Vlad will keep his mouth shut now, at least for a day. Yankees won the series, so I'll take it. I'll take it. Let's just beat the Tigers now. That's all that matters to me. Let's get past the Tigers, and then what happens with the Red Sox happens with the Red Sox. In Fenway, Yankees generally played them well in Fenway, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. If you win all three series, 2 games to 1, I mean they'll be 8-4. But like I said, I don't want to get ahead of myself. I'm gonna focus on the Tigers. Let's win that series. Let's do it. David Segui, nice. I remember him. David Segui, yeah, I remember him. What's the story, Ray? Well, exactly. We have some dudes with playoff experience. We have some, yeah, we have a lot of guys. Yeah, I'll take him, man. The Yankees are better positioned now to make a run in the American League. They are. Hmm. I mean, he got out of the inning, Jonathan. That's all that matters to me. You don't give up a hit, got out of it. So I'll take it. But yeah, very rarely does he have a flawless inning. A couple times recently he's had it, but I guess that's just his mantra here with New York. You got to give us Ajita while he's pitching. As long as he gets out of it, I'll take it. No, it doesn't look like we're facing Scuba Manuel. Doesn't look like we're facing Tarek Scuba. We get to skip him. Bichette, Vlad type deal. Where are you hearing that from, Phil? He's gonna get paid. He's not gonna get 500 million, but he's gonna get paid. Standing by third base. All these kids are saying, "Give me your hat, give me your glove." My son was standing there in awe of the game itself. Right, the Yankees are. Well, exactly too. Yeah. No, game. They've already announced the game 2 and game 3 lineups. Guy, we're facing Flaherty in game 3 and Casey Mize in game 2. Casey Mize is pitching Wednesday, Aiden. Tuesday, that's the only matchup that hasn't been announced yet. Mize is Wednesday, and Flaherty is Thursday. Yeah. Aaron Rodgers was pretty damn good today. I got to give it to him. But he's got multiple. He's got DK Metcalf now. He's got these big tight ends. So I think they're going to use him differently than the Jets used them. You know. But this gives us something to work with, at least to me, with the Jets. I didn't see the rest of your story there. Yeah, I doubt Mike's listening. Yeah, I'll take 2-1, 2-1 versus the Tigers. We'll see. We'll see what happens. He's not going to be benched the rest of the season. That's not going to happen. Rest of the season is not going to happen. Exactly, Sunil. A Wild Thing song. We picked up a game on the Blue Jays. I wish it were two. I really do. Picked up a game on them. And I'll take that, Duran. I'll take that. See, you said you're the only one not asking for anything. You see, he played it cool. He was respectful, and he got exactly. Because you got all these people saying, give me this, give me that. Players don't like that. Just be nice and quiet and polite, man. Kudos to your son for doing that. Well, we picked up 2 games on them in the standings. Yeah, they're on in the week. But in the series, we picked up 1 game. We picked up 4 games in the past, week and a half. Yo, Ken, what do you know? Yeah, it's exactly. Another series win, Ken. 2 out of 3 against first place teams, 2 in a row. Take it. That's cool, man. That's a good story. I like that. Yeah, I was sad to see the Jets lose too, but they played well. You know, I like they're playing. I like that they're playing differently now. So the Steelers are a good team. Very good. The Trolls are nowhere to be found, Ken. Nowhere to be found. I'm not surprised. The Jays do have a tough schedule. Yo, Petruzzi, what's good, man? 2 series wins in a row against first place teams, man. Taking this one at a time. And MJ fan? What do you say, MJ? Which MJ are you talking about? Duran. There's Ken, exactly. The Jets offense does look good. They have to tighten some things up on the defense. They gotta fix the penalties and the Michael Jordan. He's the Michael Jordan hater troll. Yeah, he was a LeBron James fan. Yeah, he was saying Jordan was not a better player and so on and so forth, and he would never come on the screen and talk about it. I'm a Jets fan, Jacob, but I watch the Giants. He's nowhere to be found. He disappeared. He disappeared. Universe Galaxy, I think his name was, or Galaxy Universe, or something like that. He still peddles the same crap that Jordan was terrible and blah blah blah. A lot of Jays fans, yeah, Ken. Well, hopefully they were respectful, Ken. Their offensive, yeah, I mean their offensive line is not that great, Mark, and they got to beef up the O line. But I have a feeling Jackson Dart's going to take over for Russell Wilson after a couple weeks. Oh, you know that, Sunil. That's right. That's right. No problem going after the Cowboys fans. At least Sunil's one of the good ones. Steve, oh man, yeah, 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 yeah. Different game. Michael Jordan was a whole nother level. He made everyone around him better, and he never lost in the finals ever. Hmm. Oh, good, Ken. That's good to hear. It's good to hear. I wish we got that more from Yankee fans, right? From the Fairweather fans. Oh, Larry Bird, Magic. Like these guys, are just Hakeem, Shaq. Yeah, Stockton is exactly. Yeah, yeah. Bill Lambier, he'd be murdering people today. Bird on Joe. I don't know about that, but he played them all. I love when Burn said He go after the coaches like, why are you having white guys defend me? This white guy's not gonna be able to defend me. I love that he said that. He was an all timer. But I mean, if like I said, if I had a 5-man roster, he would be on it all time. Bird and Jordan would be on it. LeBron's great. Don't get me wrong. He's not Jordan. He was a master. Bird was a master trash talker, but he backed it up too. He backed it up big time, which I love. I absolutely love. Those high tube socks, yeah. And that was, Jordan's was a rookie season, not prime Jordan. He never played prime Jordan, Ken. And again, with the Celtics were 6-0 against the Bulls. So, but yeah, there's no denying his team was better at that time. But his team wouldn't. I don't think they would have beat the 72-win Bulls. When Jordan first came up, they didn't have Phil Jackson. They didn't have any of those guys. I wish they were kind of aligned in the same, exactly the same year span. I wish it would have been better there. I wish it would have been prime versus prime. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Bird used to be like, yeah, I'm going to shoot it from the right hand. I'm going to pivot left and shoot it from the right hand, and there's nothing you can do about it. It's going to go in. And that's exactly what he did. Pippen, Horace Grant, Steve Kerr, Tony Kukoc, like Dennis Rodman, Bill Wennington. Mm-hmm. They were. It was a different team, but that has nothing to take. Can't take anything away from the Bird Celtics. Cannot take away anything from, or the Magic Lakers. Those teams were just different. The game was different back then. A much more physical game. Now it's not the same. I wish it were, but it's not. They had Steve Kerr, the Bulls. Yeah, Steve Kerr in the second three-peat. Steve Kerr was one of their shooting guards. Yep. What about the other three players, Ken? And who do the Birds? Who do the Celtics have? Let's see. Oop. 1986 Eastern Conference Finals. Um, 1986. They beat the Bulls 2-1 in '86. 123 and 104. Game 1, 135 to 131. Game 2. And the Bulls won one. Actually, no, hold on. That's wrong. Hold on. Yeah, the Lakers, not Lakers, the Celtics won 122 to 104. So 3 games. 3 games to none. But they had Kevin McHale. They had Bill Walton. This team was stacked. Oh my God. This team was stacked. Parrish, too. Oh my God. The Bulls had Jordan. And Pippen wasn't on this team. Orlando Woolridge, Dave Corzine, Charles Oakley, John Paxson, Gene Banks, Sidney Green, Kyle Macy, George Gervin, Joanne Oldham, Mike Smrek. Pippen wasn't even on that team. That was 1986. Len Bias, yeah, I remember him. I'm not sure about Graham Kerr. I know Steve Kerr was a shooting guard for the Bulls. Without Cole, without Soto. Yep. Yep. Well, last year we won 94 games, Brandon. So in the regular season, we'll see how close we'll get to that. This is what is today? The 80th win for the Yankees. Let's confirm that here. Yep, they're 80 and 63. 17 games over 500. They have 19 games left. 19 games left. And Rodriguez screws 5. Yep. He's legit, Jonathan. He's legit. 80 and 63. They're 7-3 in their last 10. So is Tampa Bay. Every other team in the AL East is 5-5. Well, Baltimore 6-4. So, Ken, if they believe me, dude, if they take all 3 from the Tigers, man, I'd be ecstatic. Yeah, and they're not facing Scooble, so which is even better. But they still got to win. Mm-hmm. Oh, we sweep the Tigers, man. Oh. That would be a wonderful thing. Graham Kerr as a chef. No wonder I couldn't figure out who the hell he was. Yeah, we're looking at about 90 wins. But again, you can get 90 wins and still, have a better year than we had last year. Yeah. Nice. Excuse me. Not a good one for rookie pitchers. Obviously, got roughed up the Red Sox. Yeah, it's what's his name? Bubba Chandler from the Pirates. He got pounded today. So, and a lot of people are speaking highly of him. I think his name is Bubba Chandler. Golden sombreros, man, that would be fantastic. Depeche Mode. All ever wanted, all I need in my own. It's a good group. It's like straight up 80s. 1 or 2 hit wonders. Love Depeche Mode. Depeche Mode. Well, that's the key to it. If we get to the World Series, man, I don't give a damn how many wins we got. Yep. Oh yeah, my hair. Yeah. I would not be bragging about my hair or my wardrobe in the 80s either. I'll just leave that behind and enjoy the music. But I was a young little whippersnapper too in the 80s. Oh, my man, look who it is. In the flesh, my man Mikey Mazza from 4 Train Express is in the building. There he is. There he is. I mean, what is good, brother? Yankees won the series, man. The 80s was a great decade, Deron. It was just a freaking-tastic decade. Great movies, great music. It's just like whole nother level, man. What are you up to, Deron? How what you, Naza? How's any day now, right? Isn't it today due day? Orange platform, man. You taking it? You going Saturday Night Fever style? Yeah, the '80s definitely sucked for the Yankees. They were good for the Mets. Do tomorrow. All right, my friend. All right, my man. Giving good thoughts, man. Giving good thoughts, man. The trolls are nowhere to be found, guy. The trolls don't show up when the Yankees win. They just come around when they lose and say, see how bad he is? He's terrible. Aaron Boone is like stump marrow. Terrible. Yeah, that's what we get. That's what we get. Right? But if you and I was talking to Maz about this the other day, yesterday. If you break down the stats in his tenure, he averaged 85 wins a season, Aaron Boone, in his 8-year tenure here. Joe Girardi averaged less than 80 wins a season. So, and that's including COVID and everything and so on and so forth. So, well, that's what I'm talking about now, Mazza. So, let me pull this up here. Managerial record, Aaron Boone, yeah. 681 and 492. Now he's 682 and 492. So 581 winning percentage. Joe Girardi, just to put this in perspective, so that's 581 for Boone. This is Joe Girardi, 1120 and 935, 545 winning percentage. A different winning percentage. I no, this no idea. Sorry, I don't even think that way. Like I wouldn't, because they could have been worse. So, right. Phillies carrying down. I'll do it, Cindy. I'll audition, man. If I need to audition for that lady, I'll do it, man. Well, exactly. He leads the MLB in sack flies that lead to RBIs. That brother Bill. Yes, he does. Austin Wells. MLB leader in sack flies that lead to RBIs. Yes, and that's a good stat, too. Why would an old school manager be better for this bunch? And what would an old school manager do? Because the old school manager wouldn't be able to ignore analytics. So, what would he do that would be better? So, Lou Brown style, that's kind of like Boone, too. Zen with the players. Interesting. Yeah, Matt's is gonna be here for his girl, for his baby girl, and then he goes back to the deployment, man. So let's send my man Maz some love here while he's here. That's awesome that they're letting you do that. Awesome, awesome, awesome. It's really cool. Yeah, that wouldn't happen, Duran. He might get fired. An old school man, like if a manager like that did that, he'd probably get fired. I love how Lou Brown did it in the majors. We did it to Corbin Burnson with a ridiculous contract. Here's my contract says I don't have to do some physical work. And he took a piss on it. That was great. But he'd be fired doing that to Hal. I think he would be. Yeah. I might guess they'll retire his number. Like CC's number. Yeah. Oh, exactly, Bill, too. Yeah, spraying the ball, put him in the gaps, just use your speed to steal bases, turn singles into doubles as often as you can. Put the ball in play. That's it. No. He does have 44 career ejections. So for the fans that say he doesn't care, dude has 44 career ejections, man. Yep. 44 freaking ejections. Aaron Boone. And a lot of them have been last year and this year. So Yeah, the all-time leader is Bobby Cox with 162. There's only 3 managers in history who have more than 100 ejections: John McGraw and Leo Durocher. And these guys are like 100 years old. So Earl Weaver, Tony La Russa, Bruce Bochy, Frankie Frisch, Ron Gardenhire, Paul Richards, Clark Griffin, Jim Leyland, Joe Torre, Bob Melvin, Clint Hurdle, I interviewed a couple weeks ago, Clint Hurdle. Lou Piniella, Bill Rigney, Joe Madden, Dick Williams, Sparky Innocent, Gene Mock, Terry Francona, John Gibbons, Charlie Manuel, Jimmy Dykes, Mike Hargrove, Tommy Lasorda, Billy Martin, Mike Scioscia, Ned Yost, Jim Fregosi, and Aaron Boone is number 31 all time in ejections. Now, Torre actually got ejected. I'm looking at the historical stats here. Joe Torre got ejected. Now, I don't know how many with the Yankees, but he got ejected 70 times. I just don't know how many with the Yankees. You would think so, Deron. Yeah, Billy Martin. He was fired too much by George, and it was too much. Yeah. He was a 115-pound nuclear bomb, right? That was a Claymore mine. He really, really was, Billy Martin. He was a tough little guy. When he cared about his players, he cared about the game. Did not like Reggie Jackson. I know, seriously, Brian Walsh, exactly. That umpire was awful the other day. And he made like 21 bad plays, something like that, 15 bad calls, and the majority of them benefited the Houston Astros. No. Made us feel like he was on the payroll for the Astros. Billy would have an argument with a shot. Yes, he would. Yes, he would. What are you staring at me for? Dude, it's your shadow, okay? Mantle, yeah, man. Yep. I would have loved to have been a hole in the wall, a fly in the wall, just listening to Mickey Mouse conversations with some of his people and friends and Roger Maris and all those guys. Could you imagine that? Oh yeah. Fantastic. Oh, I'm still trying to figure that out too. Like, I'm looking for days. I don't know. I still can't figure out how Duvall balked, and that pitcher called it a balk, Brian Walsh. I still don't know where the hell the balk was. The late 70s, yeah, well, they won in 77, 78. That was a crazy time for Manhattan. That was, Son of Sam was out there. David Berkowitz, a serial killer. There was that big blackout in New York, Manhattan, especially. My mom used to tell me about it. Studio 54. I mean, these had the Palladium, the Limelight, all these old school facilities, man. Studio 54 was the spot. Was the spot. But I think it was the beginning of the white stuff. Yeah. But my mom used to tell me this guy, David Burr, Son of Sam, what he used to do is profiling women and, just most notorious serial killer ever in New York. He's serving like 10,000 years in prison, so. Yeah. Baseball fight, and they said, Billy Martin is trying to. Yeah, no kidding, man. Damn. John Lennon was murdered. Yes, he was. John Lennon. Yep. Yep. Billy and Nathan throwing chairs. Oh God, Martin. Yeah, he was nuts. Billy Martin. He was absolutely crazy. I think he might have gotten it from Lou Piniella, who had some epic ejections in games. Epic. Gaslight Lounge, nice. Oh yeah. But that's it, gang. It's Sunday. Yankees win. I don't care if the Jets and Josh did. And this is week one. We'll be back next week. We'll recap tomorrow, Monday Night Football. What do we have on tomorrow's docket for Monday Night Football? We have the Vikings and the Bears tomorrow. Monday night. Jags are up 26-10 on the Panthers. Niners, Seahawks tied at 7. Titans, Broncos tied at 3. Packers are up 10-0 on the Lions. Texans are up 3-0 on the Rams. So, there it is. And the Yankees have won this series against the Blue Jays. Again, they beat the first place team Astros. They now beat the first place team Blue Jays. Now we're up first place team Tigers. Yankees win the series against the Tigers, and they'll give us a lot more confidence, at least for me, that they can beat good teams with some small ball and home runs. So they didn't have a single home run yesterday. Yeah. Well, exactly, Eddie, and that's why I'm doing football on the channel now too, because I don't want the off season to be dead. I'm already working on my early free agent predictions for baseball for 2026. I'll get that out in the next week or so, and then I'll obviously do my updated ones once off season's here and right before free agency starts, right before winter meetings start too. So I'll be working on that. I am working on that as well. So, and stay tuned. I don't want you to miss anything. We'll keep you very busy this off season, and then hopefully when the free agency starts, it's right around the corner of the spring training, and we'll be back up and running again. So let's get ready. Buckle up, gang. So go enjoy the rest of your day. Go watch some football if you're football fans. Peace and love to all ears. Let's go, Yankees.